I am Mark Stewart, and I am in a public college in New Hampshire, where I am well fed and, unfortunately, not well enough protected. I don't feel in jeopardy, but I want people to realize that I am sitting in a gun-free zone. This is a place where I am more likely to be maimed or killed than in a non-gun-free zone. Here, should there be a person intent on mayhem come in with a firearm purchased legally or illegally, there is nobody here to take him down with another firearm. Okay? How many of us are going to rush him headlong with our fists? Not many. The campus security, I'm sure they're helpful, but they're housed far away. By contrast, were I out on the streets of Keene, where somebody could brandish a gun and be taken out by an ex-police officer, a trained military person, civilian still, who happens to be packing, I am almost certainly more safe. Indeed, if there is a maniac intent on killing students, the fishbowl is here, okay, where we have a gun-free zone. And the proof is the number of mass murders that have happened in gun-free zones. And by contrast, the number, which I believe is 0, of mass murders that happen in police precincts during times when there are armed police there. Why wouldn't somebody who is intent on taking out a lot of people do it to the man, to the authority, the ones who wear the badges? You'd think that they would be a first target over innocent students. But even the maniac doesn't want to go down without getting off his shots. And so he knows not to take out his craze in a police precinct, because there are weapons there and people who will use them. Not so in gun-free zones like schools and colleges. So I had at another campus a minor argument. Okay, I'm always civil, with a student who believes that gun manufacturers should be held liable for deaths using their firearm. Okay, this is ludicrous. This is inviting the same logic as Glad bags, which could be used to strangle and suffocate somebody. Do you hold them liable too? Of course not. What progressives miss is the human element. Guns do not kill people. People holding and using guns do. It is individuality that we all can control that means the difference between a peaceful weapon used for good or not used at all and one used for mayhem. A Glad bag used to store food versus one that might be used to strangle your housemate. It's all in the human thought. But this is a problem. Progressive thought thinks societal forces are what control, that we are at the mercy of things that we don't control. That's why their prescriptions are societal, that the government should help because individuals are incapable of helping themselves. Conservatives believe the opposite, that we have so much power and so much control to help ourselves and society that we shouldn't be relying on the outside, which can't possibly help as well. Please look at the conservative position. It is the most compassionate position, and it's the most uplifting to humanity. I would hate to have a progressive mindset that, I'm a bunch of neurons and chemicals, and how they fire is how I am acting today. How depressing is that? Conservatives often, their mindset is tied to the divine, and the results are very good. The conservatives have lower suicide rates, have expressed higher levels of happiness almost certainly trust their fellow man more, and definitely give higher levels of charity. A much better mindset to adopt than the progressives. I'm Mark Stewart. Happy to be here. Thank you for listening.